Hey guys, decided to shoot a quick video here talking about some strumming technique, fingering technique, and how to get a good, smooth sounding strum. Sometimes I hear guitar players strumming and they get notes that really stand out, and it just kind of sound harsh, and the strumming doesn't sound smooth. So here's kind of like what I have developed, I guess, for myself on how to get a good sounding strum. So first of all, I will just go ahead and show you kind of what my strum sounds like. So here's just a G, kind of between a G and a C. So okay, so I feel like that's pretty smooth. And here's kind of how I'm doing it. I'm going to actually bring this camera down just a little bit and angle it so you can kind of see. So first of all, when I'm fretting, I always fret really close to the back of the fret, not on top of it, because you get that sound. And if you're too far away, you can really hear it on the lower notes. That's just not a good sounding note. It buzzes. So get right behind it and putting my thumb back here allows me to get good straight 90 degrees, and I'm not rolling over, muting notes. Okay, so when I go through, and I actually do this when I am not hearing what I want to hear, I'll go through and just play notes one at a time. Well, I don't like that. I don't want it there, so I roll my finger over just a little bit to mute it. That's an intentional mute. Okay, that sounds more like what I want. So now I can strum it. Okay, so that's one thing that I do. So getting my fingers nice close to the back of the fret to get good clear tone, going through and picking out, making sure everything's ringing properly. The other thing that I do is the way that I actually strum with my right arm. I'm right-handed, so I strum this way. And I use a good forearm motion. And then when I get, I'll bring this down again. When I get down to the strings, a little flick of the wrist. I see a lot of guitar players that they just strum like this. Okay, I only do that if I've got a fast song. Say like, it breaks the power of sin and the darkness. Okay, but Jeremy Riddle, this is Amazing Grace. This is Amazing Grace. This is a failing love. Okay, I'll use my wrist a lot there because there's no possible way I'm getting my arm to move that fast. Okay, but yeah, I mean, if I'm doing other stuff like okay, that's arm and a flick of the wrist. Okay, that's what that is, and that will give you a good solid tone. Now the other thing that I do, and this is kind of hard to show, but when I'm holding my pick, I use a few different, if I want a good plasticky tone, real flimsy tone, I will hold the pick back, but 90% of the time I hold the pick up nice and close right here, and I let my nails grow out. Now I'm a fingerstyle guitar player as well, so that's partially, but also partially just because I like the tone of hearing my fingernail mixed with my guitar pick. Okay, so now when I strum, I don't know how I can get the camera to see this, but when I strum, I'm actually getting some of my fingernail in with the guitar pick. And you can kind of hear this kind of crunchy, tight tone. That's different than, I don't know if that comes through on the camera or not, but you can, it's a really clear, distinct difference. Now, the only thing you have to be careful of is not to break your guitar strings, because this can cause your guitar strings to break if you're playing too hard. But okay, so I say for a good, clear, nice, clear, smooth sounding strum, fret right behind your frets. Come through, listen to each string, and when you're strumming, forearm, wrist action as soon as you hit, and throw your fingernail in there a little bit. Now, always remember to strum from your tonic. You do not want, say, you don't want that. That sounds nasty. Mute that thing. Throw your finger up, mute it. Okay? So then you start sounding like. Alright, those are my thoughts on clear strumming. Hope it helps.